The Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, has been explaining the delay in making public the budget of the National Assembly, which is put at 125 billion naira for 2017. In an exclusive interview on our program Hard Copy, the Senate President said he needed to carry all the lawmakers along in taking the decision to publicize the document.
It was difficult because, like most, and when people are used to a certain process or how things are done, change is always difficult in a way. There was my view from day one that there's been a lot of noise over not so much, and I think we were not helping ourselves by not opening it. Made it appear there was something there that they were really were hiding, and I had said from time I was seeking the office that one of the things I would do was to open the NAS budget, and the first budget we had was 2016. But as you know, and we must accept that at the early stages of the Senate, there were issues in the Senate. There are different groups, one unity group, in like minds, and we were not together. So, and when you want to take a kind of big, important decisions like this, you need everybody on board, and I think that's what. So once we missed the 2016 budget in January of 2016, which is like 6 months after, we had to wait the next budget cycle, which is 2017. And I don't think it's not too bad at all.
Senate President there, Dr. Bukola Saraki. Let's cross over to Abuja. Here's Gloria Umezuki. Gloria.
Hello, Ijoma. The world has been largely impacted by cyberspace as a result of the heavy reliance on the internet. Well, safeguarding devices and data has been the subject of discourse at the Cybersecurity Experts Association of Nigeria 2017 conference in Abuja. The experts also want the government to support and create frameworks to fight hackers and protect citizens.
Some organizations in the world have suffered the adverse impact of cybersecurity breaches in recent times, with the latest attack by WannaCry ransomware crumbling over 230,000 computers in 150 countries. It's advisable that we as a nation should be more vigilant in protecting our information on the internet. Building resilient cyber defense is a theme for the 2017 Cyber Secure Nigeria Conference, organized by the Cybersecurity Experts Association of Nigeria. Present at the event were military personnel, government security agencies, cybersecurity experts, and other stakeholders in the IT industry. The conference focused on how we can be more aware of the security challenges and risks inherent in the new trends in technological development, giving the fundamental involvement of connected devices over the internet.
I think this has to start from the government. The government needs to realize that this is a pressing issue. It's like an epidemic. It's like Ebola. When Ebola broke out, nobody is waiting anymore. In the US, a 7-year-old can hack an organization. So not to talk of, experts in this business. So our government needs to wake up and realize that this is an epidemic and it needs to be curtailed immediately before it's too late.
We should prioritize cybersecurity because it doesn't understand boundary. So it's not going to wait for us to solve our domestic problems before we get solving our digital problems. We need to tackle it head on.
The Center for Strategic and International Studies estimated that cybercrime alone cost the global economy $445 billion in 2015. Also in the report, just 21% of chief information security officers report to the chief executive officer or the board, while 63% report through the chief information officer. This reporting structure is unfortunate as it positions security as a technical issue rather than a business concern.
We have cybersecurity strategies, cybersecurity policy. It's all lying there. As far as I'm concerned, it's a document because it's not been implemented. And as long as it's not been implemented, it's as good as a textbook that is not being used. You understand? So until all of these documents become implemented, then I guess that's a starting point for us. But so far so good. We are making efforts to sensitize people around us.
With over 56 million Nigerians on the internet daily, there is no doubt that digital technologies and the internet have become the backbone of the Nigerian economy. And that is why it is important for government to take the issue of cybersecurity much more seriously by creating an independent framework and for citizens to be much more alert.
As Nigerians continue to seek ways of ending the incessant clashes between farmers and herdsmen in the country, the primate of the Anglican Communion, the Most Reverend Nicholas Oko, has added his voice to the debate. He has criticized the proposed grazing reserve bill of the federal government, saying it is not in the interest of the people. The cleric, who was speaking at a forum in Abuja, applauded President Muhammadu Buhari's anti-corruption campaign.
The people who benefit when they sell the cow, one cow is about 200,000. They take the money. So those who are engaged in the business from the top to the downstream, they should make investment. Because they don't pay tax, they don't pay VAT. They sell and take the money. So let them also make investment to promote their business. Nobody said they should not go anywhere to go and do it. If you go to Lagos, you want land there, you buy. You go to wherever, Calabar, you want land, you buy. You go to Kano, you need land, you buy. Because that is what other businessmen and women are doing. So the idea of federal government funding one business to the exclusion of all others, it raises a lot of questions.
The consultant pathologist that conducted the autopsy on the late Senator Isiaka Adeleke's body, Dr. Taiwo Solaja, today appeared before the coroner's inquest to give further testimony and present some documents as exhibit to the court. While being cross-examined, Dr. Solaja said that it was the coroner that ordered him to conduct the autopsy and not the family of the deceased. Dr. Solaja said the need to make the clarification became necessary following the claim by Adeleke family that they ordered the autopsy to be conducted. He explained that the Form C, which is the directive to the pathologist to conduct an autopsy by the coroner, asked him to send the report of the autopsy to the police, which he had done and was in court to tender it before the coroner. The officer in charge of homicides at the State Police Command, who also appeared before the court, confirmed that nurse Alfred Adebibe, who was said to have administered the same drugs to the late Adeleke, is a registered nurse, having graduated from the School of Nursing in Osogbo in May 1992. Well, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike today commissioned the Federal High Court complex in Port Harcourt, the state capital. The building, which he describes as the newest and finest edifice built by any state government, is meant to ease the administration of justice in Rivers State.
It's the biggest gathering of members of the bar and the bench in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. They are all here to give backing to the state government for achieving a feat which they say many state governments have not been able to attempt.
My brother says here present,
the Attorney General of the state and Commissioner for Justice and the Advisor on Special Projects tell the gathering how this project was conceived by the state.
All we have done for the judiciary and the judicial system is to open courts and not close them, is to ensure that more court halls are built, is to ensure that the administration of justice is speedier.
These courtrooms are very, very comfortable with air conditioners. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you as well that the judges that work should work in a conducive environment. There are provision for 6 chambers here. These chambers are in suit and are very exquisite.
My 19th and 26th
goodwill messages poured in for the governor from members of the Nigerian Bar Association, after which the visionary himself, Governor Nyesom Wike, explained the difficulty in justice delivery before now.
The least we can do is to support it, to reinvent itself and bring about a qualitative change that we all need in the justice delivery system. Nevertheless, let us not forget that the generality of Nigerians still have great trust and faith on the nation's judiciary as the last hope of the common man.
The Chief Judge of the Federal High Court also had few words on the need to have a vibrant judiciary.
This citadel of justice, and indeed the Federal High Court, shall remain a place where all who seek for justice shall find justice unadulterated.
And then the official commissioning of the complex.
I commission it in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
After that, the dignitaries inspect the facility, which has 6 courtrooms, with each having a capacity of 70 people and other inner offices. Justice delayed is justice denied, and this appears to be what the Rivers State government is trying to avoid as it seeks to ensure that justice is delivered efficiently and quickly for the good of the people.
Well, that's it from the nation's capital. It's back to you, Ijoma.
All right, thanks a lot, Gloria. Prospective candidates for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination today protested in Kaduna over their inability to locate their examination centres 6 days after the exercise commenced across the country. The candidates who blocked the gates of the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board office in the state capital carrying placards with various inscriptions complained that they were unable to process their registration at the computer-based test centres due to inefficient facilities. All efforts by our correspondent to get the reaction of JAMB were not successful, as the officer in charge was said to be unavailable for comment.
We, the JAMBites, were really angry with this year 2017 JAMB. For the registration, we took so many days. Now it is time to write the JAMB. It is just 1 week. Most of us, like the day I went to write my JAMB, the day I went to write my JAMB, I went there, I went to the center because I didn't know. They told us they are going to send the printout to our email and we'll go and print it out. No message was sent. Nobody received any message. Most of us here are coming with the same problem. We went there. I went to the place. They told me that my exam has already passed. I cannot write for that day. So I came here down to JAMB, and JAMB still told me the same thing, that I have to wait till on Friday. Today is Friday. We are here. There's no good news. There's no positive news. We are angry about this, and we need them to reschedule our dates.
Now, when the news at 10 returns, Debt Management Office asked Nigerians to increase their confidence in public governance. That's on Business. Do join us again.